starts out the way Dak did, but finishes the way Dak did, because I just wanted everybody's opinion on it. And of course, Savage and Champ and Nate 80 gave their opinions. Um, it doesn't erase what he did early on, because you can't put it out versus better teams, but you have to put it out in the end, and that's what Dak did. So I was okay with that. And as far as the defense, I like how Jordan Lewis played. I've been giving him crap the last couple of years, but he stepped up yesterday, and hopefully he continue that. So overall, you beat teams you're supposed to beat. We probably should have won that game in the third quarter, but we didn't. It was a wet game. It was a dirty game. They pulled it out in the end. And wait, what game we talking about? We talking about Pittsburgh?
Yeah, we're talking about the game. Yeah, the win.
Yeah. And they pulled it out in the end. So I think they did their job, man. It was rough. It was ugly. Every game ain't pretty. It's such an unpredictable sport. I'm not gonna be too hard on Dak. He has to be better than what he was that game, because you can't come out there and play like that versus Detroit, or you're gonna get blown out 38-10. So overall, you take the win how it come, but you got to be better. You got to be better when you're making that type of money. You can't do that, and you got to win those type of games early on. Overall, I'm happy for the win, but moving forward, you got to be better than that. And Mike McCarthy has to be better than that, or we might not make it to the playoff, or we're going to be a first-round exit like we always are.
Okay. No, I like the fire. I like the call out on Dak Prescott. I'm going to touch base on that when it's my turn. We got Guru Savage, Danny Savage in the building.
Greetings.
Crazy at Cowboys. What's up, Savage? Hit the button. You can share it to your channel, man.
I already did. I put it in.
You put it in there. Perfect.
Already did it.
Hey, man, we're just on the corner of Crazy and Cowboy. We're about to talk crazy. I know I'm about to talk crazy when it's my turn. When it comes to my bad, 80. My bad. But hey, champs, what did you think about that win before we get into these Lions? These dirty, stinky Lions.
Okay. First of all, of course, I picked the Steelers to win, but I did say the Cowboys had a chance to win the game if they did certain things. I did not know that Justin Fields was that bad. Really, I'm glad that the Cowboys won, but going to the offensive line, it was like it was a tale of two games. Before God got hurt, Dak had two interceptions, one fumble, getting hit so many times. Both Steele and Godden both had a terrible game. Then once Godden knee got hurt a little bit, then you moved Smith from left guard, left tackle, brought in Bass. And it seemed like since then, the running game was a different story. I don't know if they continue. I don't know if they change up the offensive way of blocking, but once they opened up the holes, Rico Dowell, he made a difference. See, I had Rico Dowell as my MVP. And once them safeties start coming up close to the line of scrimmage, that's when Dak had the ability to throw the ball over the top a little bit. Without their run the game, Cowboys would have lost. And it's like they gave up. They left 21 points on the field. They should have been a blowout, but I'm just hoping that the coaching staff they saw something in that second half that they can use in the future, as far as rest of the season.
Yeah, 100%. We got a super chat right here by Mike. He said, "I worry about the running back duo from the Lions over our defensive tackles. Concerning defensive tackle is one of our weakest positions on the team. It's definitely concerning, and I definitely agree with that, Mike, and I appreciate the super chat. We're going to dive into that. I'm going to come back to this super chat here in just a moment. 1980, you there now? You're on mute, 80, if you're talking. Nope, 80 ain't ready yet. Savage, what was that win for you? What did that do for you?
I mean, listen, was it the game we all wanted to play? No. Listen, at the end of the day, it was a win. So a win's a win. You got to take it, whether it's ugly, whether it's beautiful. You know, at the end of the night, somebody always takes one for the team, takes the ugly one home. But what I'm trying to say is the way we played, having 11 penalties, you're not going to beat the upper echelon teams in this league. It was a win. We'll win. We'll take it. But we have to play a hell of a lot better if we think we're going to beat the Lions or San Fran, or it's going to be double-digit losses. And I'm also really concerned about the penalties. But there was some also bright spots. The defense, I mean, a young defense with a lot of injuries. They played good as a team together. So I mean, there's pluses and minuses you can take, but a W is a W in the NFL.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm going to talk about this right here. Who just dropped? Champs just dropped. I'm going to talk about this right here. As much I give Dak Prescott a lot of crap, and the first 3 quarters of that game, Dak Prescott definitely deserved a lot of crap. And when he jumped on that fumble, for me, he earned a little bit more respect from Cowboys corner. He did. We watch a lot of these quarterbacks look at those fumbles and just go and just say, I ain't hopping on that. He
Cam Newton.
Yeah, he risked a potential shoulder surgery, a concussion, some type. He risked a lot. Luckily, he jumped on it and didn't get hurt. But for a quarterback to do that after as bad as he was playing, to jump on that ball, throw the game-winning touchdown, I like it. I like that from 4. But then again, it boils back to he's the regular season GOAT. I gave him that name 3-4 years ago. He's a regular season GOAT. I don't care about EPA. I don't care about all these stats. But what I care about is heart. And when Prescott jumped on that fumble, great play by that defense, though. Good Lord, that was a good play. Dak Prescott earned a little bit more respect from Cowboys corner. 1980. What did you think about that Steelers win?
What's up, guys? Sorry about the delay, man. I had some personal shit going on.
Oh, no, you handle your business, man. Handle your business.
Well, we talked about this last night on Fifth Quarters channel. I'm kind of right down the middle. I don't want to get overly excited about it, because as soon as you get overly excited about the Dallas Cowboys winning the game, guess what? They'll turn around and fuck up. So I'm still gonna remain humble. I'm still gonna remain skeptical. I'm still going to approach the next game like a spectator. I've been let down by this team for so many years.
30 years.
I don't want to get ahead of myself. That's the number one mistake of a Cowboy fan, is to a win is a win. I mean, they needed it for a confidence builder. They needed it to to move forward. It was a tough place to play. Weather conditions, field conditions. Even though it stopped raining, the field was still pretty fucked up. The way they showed heart, I saw a different type of Cowboy team. Despite all the energies, which I thought they played better. I thought they played better with the injuries. I thought they played better because they didn't have anything holding them back. So a lot of teams, a lot of players play harder when they want to prove a point, when they're in a position, when they're in a tough position like that. They showed a lot of grit. Now, the key is to do that against now, the Steelers had a top 10 defense. So I don't want to take that away from them. The Dallas Cowboys were able to move the ball. They were able to run the ball. I think that was the big difference of the whole game. They were able to run the ball and contain their offense. So that was a plus. And with them being able to do that, and I think it had a lot to do with Tyler Guyton going out and Smith moving over to the tackle position. So I wasn't impressed but I was proud of the way they fought. Let me just say that. I wasn't impressed. I was very proud of the way they hung in there and fought because they had every opportunity to lose that game. They had every fucking opportunity. They were probably trying to create opportunities. The Dallas Cowboys are ranked number 1 on finding, and I've said this year after year after year, they're ranked number 1 at finding ways to lose games. They're ranked number 1 in the NFL at finding ways to lose games. And they didn't find a way to lose. They were trying to, but they persevered. And that's what I like. That's probably the only thing I liked about that game, which was the run game, them creating space, them not being one-dimensional, and them hanging in there and not giving up despite, all the penalties and the mistakes that we made. We made some crucial mistakes. We made a mistake right there on the fucking goal line. Rico Dowdle fumbled that ball, and right there on the fucking goal line. I mean, so luckily Dak was right there in the right place at the right time to fall on it. But that should have been a touchdown. Getting in the red zone is a problem for us. It's been a problem for us. We're a kicking team. Y'all, Zeke wants the ball more and all this stuff. And I'm like, you got to make it to the red zone first in order to get the ball. Or you got to be able to run the ball in order to get the ball. But I'm pretty sure we'll get that a little later. But those are my views on that Pittsburgh game, man. I'm not impressed, but I'm proud of the way they play. I'm not impressed at all. I won't be impressed until we, I don't know if we're going to make it to the playoffs or postseason play, but that's when I'll start, getting impressed about the way they're playing.
Yeah. We got Mike Mosh on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. He's requesting to go big screen. So I'm going to do this here for Mikey Mosh. And go ahead, Mike. What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
Go
Cowboys. Let's go Cowboys.
Yeah.
Let's go Cowboys, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, another jersey.
Oh, remember this guy? This guy sucked.
Taco. Yeah, burn that. I burn that one.
Nice jersey, though.
That is a nice jersey.
Yeah. Who's next?
Is that Romo? No. What is that? That's Romo.
Uncle Rico.
Oh, it's 11. He traded. He tricked us. Daddy White Romo. Okay. Any jersey, any number, any team, Mike Mosh.
That's right. Any name, any number, any team, any sport, hit me up. Cowboys Mosh. Mike Mosh.
Hey, there's another jersey. 38? That ain't Jeff Heath, is it?
Oh, boy.
54?
There's only 154.
Who is it, Mike? Turn around. Who is it, Mike?
Can't do that.
I thought you tricked me there. I thought you were spazzing out for a minute. I was like, what the hell's going on? We got jersey. Oh, is that Parsons? Is that Dez? Is that Lamb?
Dez. It's a Dez.
That's Dez. Start the X for Dez.
Am I naked yet?
Not yet. Be a scary scene if you are. Uh-oh. We know who 22 is. Deuce.
Double juice.
So I had the hurricane here in Florida, and I kind of live in a tent, so I was like taking a lot of stuff, and I had all these jerseys, but anyway, I'm like, I haven't done that little skit in a long time, so I'm like, let me do it. Thank y'all for letting me do that. Thank y'all.
Yeah, for sure. You scared me for a minute. I thought you were spazzing out. I said, oh, shit. So it might want something horrible.
I feel like I just lost like 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what'd you think about that Steelers win, Mike? Why you're here?
Number one, I got to eat crow to everybody because I said we ain't going to beat them. Again, there was really, we haven't showed any fucking heart at all the whole fucking season. And again, this is a top defensive fucking team. We're on the fucking road. We wasn't playing good with our starters. So for me, there was really no, hey, you're going to win every fucking game, go Cowboys. But seriously, I didn't think we'd win. Everybody is praising Dak Prescott. It's like, Dak sucked. 3 fucking turnovers. I'll take the W. But I'm not one of those guys that put in Cooper, put in Trey Lance, but we got more issues than any quarterback. We got so many injuries, and the next man up thing. Fuck, we pulled it out. That's all I know. Fuck, I'll take the W.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody got anything else to add? Fifth quarter, you good over there? You got anything to add? He fell asleep. Fifth quarter's asleep. I can hear the
I'm good.
snoring from here.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to Mike's super chat here real quick, and let's talk about these Lions. Let's talk about these Lions, these roaring Lions. We got to worry about that running back duo. They got Gibbs over there and Montgomery. They are. Gibbs has 285 yards. He's averaged 5.3 yards a carry. Montgomery has 271 yards, averaging 4.3 yards a carry. We know how weak this defensive line is, Savage. I'm going to go ahead and go to you first. We got a new member here. I do appreciate Ivan. I'll get you added on the ticker there.
I am not asleep.
I woke him up, y'all. I woke him up.
No, I wasn't asleep. My phone, I was driving. My phone fell on my floorboard.
I'm going to add you here, Ivan, to the member ticker here. You're officially in the corner. I do appreciate the membership. But go ahead, Savage. I'll go to you fifth quarter.
Well, I mean, if Dan Campbell learned anything from last year, I think he's going to come out with a basic, simple X's and O's program tomorrow, and it's going to be running the ball. The Lions got a very big physical offensive line. They're going to play a lot of, two tight end sets, but one of their tight ends is going to be a 6'8", 340-pound Tongan. So they're just going to look to they got Sam Laporta at tight end. You got Amon St. Brown at wide receiver. You got Williamson from the Bama at the other wide receivers. Then you got Gibbs and, like you said, a Montgomery. I mean, the Lions are physical, but they can also be in a track meet and put up 40 points a game. But I think he's going to come out conservative and just look to just run the ball right down our throats.
Yeah. They very well could. This could be the Ravens game again. This could be the Saints game again. I mean, they haven't done anything to address it. Linval Joseph, he had a good play against them Steelers, clogging up that middle, pushing that guy back, for a good play. But fifth quarter, what do you think about that running back duo with the Lions have?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to transition into my damn house.
I thought you were going into a bag of Cheetos or something.
Yeah,
I did. How did you know? That's not a joke. I really just finished some. You're crazy.
We're talking crazy. That's where we're at. We're
Look,
recording Crazy Cowboys.
Oh my goodness, man. So yeah.
You're my brother's back.
One from that besides that one CD Lamb big play we had, it was kind of touch and go. If Dan Campbell wasn't prideful last year, they probably would have won that game. And they pretty did much with the basics of running the ball. And I think with our depleted team right now, that they could probably have a chance with that duo. This ain't Najee Harris this week. This is two solid running backs that know how to run the ball and they know how to block. And Dan Campbell, he schemed for his team to run. Can we beat them? Yeah, we can beat them if we want to. If they play hard. If Margie Smith decides to, I don't like football. I just like hitting people. If he decides to actually play damn football and our linebackers can step up, we can beat them. Will we beat them? I don't know. Like I said, last year you was at that game. It was close.
It was close. It was nail biter.
Dan Campbell made silly mistakes. He tried to be that guy that wanted to be the headline instead of his team winning. He wanted to be the guy that made the right call, the bold call, and it cost him that game last year. This year we lacking a few pieces. I don't think this week we can say, we actually look better without D-Line Parsons. I don't know if that'll work this week. Especially when it comes to Parsons, not so much D-Law because I think D-Law has got to the point where he's running insane. I think it's over for my boy. He had a long stretch with this team. I think it's time for D-Law to go home. I got to be honest with you. Just Parsons being out there, even if he ain't effective, him being out there, number 11 being out there, he gets a lot of attention. And I think that would have been important in this game, even if he wasn't as impactful. Just him being out there would have got him a lot of attention, but they didn't have to plan and scheme for him this week. So I think that was an advantage to Detroit. and I think it's going to be big as far as what they're going to do in the running game. And if I got to be honest, I think it's going to be an unfortunate situation for us. I think we're going to have a very tired defense that's going to get ran on all night.
I watched the tape, and that very well could be the case. It very well could be the case. We're not negative here. We're truthful. We're talking crazy. You want rainbows and unicorns, go watch the bigger guys. Go watch the bigger guys. We're going to tell you the truth. We're going to tell you where it hurts. All right? We got Cowboys Kid in the house. What up, Cowboys Kid? Welcome to the Corner of Crazy and Cowboys.
What's up, Blow?
What's up? Kid? What's good?
Hey, everything's good, and we got football tomorrow. We're talking crazy tonight. We're doing all right.
I'm doing good, too. I'm snacking on some Arnold Palmer and Snickers. I'm chilling right now. I'm just hoping we can man up and get the dub tomorrow, but I don't know. It's not looking too good.
It ain't. I'll get your full opinion here. Let me go with 1980 here. That running back dude that the Lions have with Gibbs and Montgomery. With Mozzie has been playing the last couple of weeks, but it hasn't been against real superb teams. It's been the Giants. It's been the Steelers. Right? Can Mozzie carry that success 1980 with their duo running backs?
I don't know. That's tough to say. Mozzie hasn't met my expectations, and I thought he would. The player that I thought he would be. He's been very inconsistent. The defense, this whole team has been inconsistent. The Dallas Cowboys are like the box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what type of team. I think that's what we're all confused about. When you ask about the Steeler game, we're all kind of like, well, we're kind of in the middle about it because we don't know how to feel about this team. There's no structure. There's no identity. So it's kind of hard to do a video. It's kind of hard to do a live stream pertaining to the Cowboys. It's really, really tough because we are not a structured team, pretty much organization, if you will. There's problems everywhere. The way we played last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers was okay. They, like I just said, they showed a lot of fight and a lot of grit. If they can do that this week, any game's winnable if you play hard, if you play smart football, if you actually play a football game and not let the refs get involved. I think that's the most important thing. Do not let the refs get involved. Once you do that, you got three opponents. You got the Lions. You got yourself. You can beat yourself. That's easy to do. The Cowboys are ranked number one at doing that, and penalties with the ref. Once you do that, it's a wrap. Once you get the refs and you get in your own head, and everything's kind of a domino effect. If we can stop the run some kind of way with the injuries, we might have a chance. The Dallas Cowboys have to open up the playbook as well. You just got to play smart. You just got to play smart football, move the chains on third down, get in the red zone, actually make something happen. Field goals do not win football games at all. It's always a tough game playing against the Detroit Lions. Even back in the day, it was tough. It's something about that game that it's always a tough game. So we barely beat them last year, So we'll see. I mean, it's pretty much up in the air. I can't call it. I don't think any of us can call it. I think we can only say what we feel and what we think is going to happen. I would love to be wrong, though. I got a feeling we're going to lose tomorrow. We haven't won a home game in a long time. Home games don't mean nothing anymore, especially with the Dallas Cowboys. They will allow the Detroit Lions to come in their kitchen, open their refrigerator, get something to eat, get a plate out the goddamn pantry, and, have some food, have whatever they want without even washing their hands or saying thank you or cleaning up behind them. So those are things that we have to worry about with the Dallas Cowboys. They don't show a lot of heart at home. They don't know how to defend their territory. And I think that's the most important thing. Back in the day, playing at home meant something. It really did. Right. You don't let nobody come in your house and eat your food and leave without paying you or saying thank you or being, being okay about it. You just don't do it. But the Dallas Cowboys seem to love to let people come in their house and do it. So they have a history of losing at home. They have a history of not being consistent. They have a history of getting penalties. They have a history of making mistakes. And I can go on and go on and go on all night about their mistakes and the history of what they're doing or what they've been doing. But I predict that we're probably going to lose. It's going to be a close game, but I think we're going to lose tomorrow. like DJ, like fifth quarter said, I don't think, all of us have said that it's worked. It looks like with Parsons and D-Law, we played actually better. That might not fly tomorrow. So we'll see, man. It's up in the air, but we'll see.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Two
Great. That's a
things.
great
Two
take. Go ahead,
things
Fifth.
I want to say two things. First, salute to 80 for always being on point about that topic. And secondly, I forgot what I was going to say, so go ahead.
You forgot what you're going to say? You're on the big screen.
I literally just
It'll come back.
I literally just completely went blank. What was I about to say? Go ahead. I forgot.
I thought you were about to eat. I made you big.
No, it was a good point. It was a good point.
I know. That's why I made you big. I blew you up like a hot air balloon.
I went freaking blank just then. I forgot.
You went Freaky Friday right there. That's what you did on top of Craig.
No, I forgot what he was saying. I went completely blank just then. It was definitely to what he was saying, bro. About like, oh my God, I can't believe I just lost it.
You'll get it back because Champs is gonna remind you what it was. What up, Champs? What do you think about this running back duo here?
Might be the best duo in NFL, which kind of make me jealous because that's what I want the Cowboys to have.
Yeah. That's what
and when you have a duo like that, then the $60 million quarterback won't be playing like a $4 million quarterback. But as far as the defensive line against the Detroit Lions, yes, they've been showing heart, but heart can go so far versus talent. And Detroit, after last year debacle, they want to come in here and kick the Cowboy ass. That's what they want to do. They want to kick the Cowboy ass. But are the Cowboys going to step up and say, no, we're going to end this 3-game losing streak we have at home. We're going to show the other teams that we can play in our own home. We don't need Parsons on defense to show that we are legit. We're going to punch the Lions right in the nose.
Hit them where it hurts.
Are they going to have the mentality to do that tomorrow? With Zimmer, the way he coached, yes. But the overall scheme with McCarthy, I don't know. He's soft. He's Charmin Blue soft.
Oh.
But we got it's just that the offensive line. But my thing is, like I said against Pittsburgh, I'm saying the same thing against Detroit. The front seven got to stay in their assignment. Do not overlap your lanes. Stay in your lane. Stay at home. Play smart.
Right. Yeah. 100%. Mike Mosh, this duo here with our defensive tackle, what are you thinking?
Actually, I had a question, if you guys don't mind. Can I switch it up?
Yeah, then I'll let Cowboys Kid answer the question.
I wanted whoever's got the most knowledge, no disrespect. I'm very, very concerned about Kendricks being out. And, Overshown has been amazing, but he just can't be at every position. Now with Kendricks being out, I think that's a huge, huge loss for us. Who do we got? I want all y'all to give me your 2 cents. I'm really concerned.
Maurice Luafau, number 35.
I agree. They said this kid they said he's the future.
And no offense, kid. I should have let you answer it. I knew you knew that answer. Well, Fifth Corey's shaking his head. He has another guy in mind. What is that, Fifth? Who is that?
I got nobody in mind.
You don't think Maurice Luafau can step up?
You don't even think that, neither. You just hope that.
I think that. That's why I said it.
Why? What has he shown you for you to think that?
Have you not seen him play this year?
I'm asking you, what has he shown you?
He's shown consistency. He's shown
Well, what does that
he can
mean?
wrap up and tackle. He showed pursuit. He's shown a lot of things. He has for a rookie. He's done pretty damn good.
So he can step up and do what?
Savage would tell you. Go ahead and tell him, Savage.
Listen, he wasn't even. I had two linebackers even higher rated than Maris Leofau when he went off the board in round 3. The reason they say Dallas drafted him was because when they brought him up to the blackboard, he knew exactly what every position of the defense, what every player on the defense position was. He knew what their job was supposed to be. So it seemed like they drafted him more for his brain skills than his athletic skills, but he is very athletic. But they said they pretty much his knowledge of the game impressed Zimmer, and that was probably the sealing deal on why he was drafted over Wallace from Kentucky or Eichenberg out of Ohio State. But I still think losing Kendricks will be a loss just because he knows the ins and outs of the Dan Quinn's defense like the back of his hand, so they might even have to, I know I could do a Scott Steiner promo, they might even have to dumb down the defense a little bit tomorrow. We don't know. I mean, the kid went to Notre Dame, so he's smart, but if he impressed them like they say he did at the blackboard, then he should put everyone in their positions to succeed. Will they succeed? We won't know that yet until tomorrow.
Well, let me ask you this: fifth quarter, would you rather want? Because I said Maurice Leofau because he's better than these two linebacker names I'm about to give you. Fifth, and you tell me this: would you rather have Damone Clark or Buddy Johnson outside of Leofau?
Nah.
That's why I said Maurice Leofau.
I definitely take my chance with Leofau. I ain't gonna lie. Over Damone Clark and Johnson, nah, man.
I would rather have Buddy Johnson out there than Damone Clark.
Yeah, Damone Clark. I don't know what it is with Jerry. I don't mean to get out of subject, but I don't know what it is with Jerry wanting to show that he can draft a player that was injured. And it might have been Savage last night that said you never draft a linebacker with back problems.
With a neck issue.
Problem.
Come on, man.
What the hell? Yeah. So I mean, to that point right there, corner, I definitely agree. I would definitely have him over them, but like I say, and I hope, and I'm with 80 on that. Us on this channel, we never mind being wrong if it means we come out successful. But man, like I say, these running backs, they running wild right now, man.
They are. And, they really are.
They are playing, and Campbell knows how to play them, man. It just, I don't know. Overshawn can only do so much. And I said last night on my show that you wasn't there, that Mozzie Smith don't look as good as everybody think he do. It's just that he's been so bad that any little improvement might look greater than it actually is. It's that ugly girl that put on makeup and you're like, you know what, you don't look that bad today. Like, it's just one of them. Mozzie, he's not doing as good as people think. It's just better than what it's been, so it look actually better than it actually is. But in overall, he hasn't had no impact on nothing. He hasn't had no impact. We ain't saying, damn, look at Mozzie, what he did on that play. Everything Mozzie do is him pushing somebody back at an irrelevant time when it meant nothing to stopping the run. It'll be a play where the ball is already gone. Like, ooh, look at Mozzie using his screen. It ain't never, ooh, look at Mozzie stopping that running back. It ain't never, ooh, look at Mozzie clogging up. It ain't never been none of that.
No.
It's been irrelevant stuff. So I don't even factor him in when it comes to either one of those running backs or what Detroit might have planned for us for the running game. Because he's just not a factor and he's not impactful. And it just looked good because it's better than what it's been. That's just it.
Come here.
That's just it, man. So
he's fine.
I don't know. That linebacker position, man, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go when it comes to this team, man. I don't know. Like I said earlier, the presence of Parsons would have made a difference, even if he wasn't as impactful. Just number 11 out there would have changed the game plan of each. It would have made them playing different than what they got for tomorrow. In my opinion, they're not worried about nothing on that defense. I don't think Detroit is worried about nothing on that defense when it comes to running that ball tomorrow. Nope. Just my opinion. I don't think they're worried about nothing.
Hey, fifth quarter.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the dog, Jordan Lewis?
You want me to be honest, man?
I don't want you to lie to me. I want you to lie for me, but don't lie to me.
I think Jordan Lewis always had these moments, and when we need him the most, he let us down.
Hey, DJ. I did say you need to apologize to Jordan Lewis.
First of all, I ain't apologizing to nobody because first of all, when I came out the gate when we drafted Mozzie Smith, everybody in my damn chat and everybody on this damn panel was at my throat about Mozzie. Everybody, and nobody apologized yet. Nobody. I said it from day one. Damn one about Mozzie.
Hey, I apologize.
I apologized last
night. You did. When we need him the most, he's gonna get beat, or he's gonna grab somebody's jersey so he don't get beat. And there's always at a time where we don't need him to do it. And I think it's still gonna happen. But the last game, he showed hella heart. And for him to be probably the only one that's from that 2017 draft, I respect him. And he's a Michigan guy. And I respect for what he did the last game. He's still a little Mighty Mouse guy that runs around there, so he got heart. And I'm not going to dog him. But I do think when we need him the most to step up, he's going to get beat or grab a jersey so he don't get beat in the holding call because it never fails. But as of right now, salute to him for what he did last week, not letting that guy Pickens bully him. I like it. And I would like to see it carry on. So I'm not going to dog him right now.
Well, 100%. We got 60 people watching on the respective channel. If you guys can click like on all channels across the board and come in here because you're about to hear from Cowboys Kid. So click like for Cowboys
Kid. Salute the Cowboys Kid. One of the young kids that's come on here, knowledgeable about the Dallas Cowboys and got his head on straight. Salute to you, brother. Go ahead.
He's about to bring in some one-liners, so y'all get prepared here. Cowboys Kid, talk crazy, man. What do you think about these running backs? What do you think about this game tomorrow?
Running back. You know, people say Rico Dowdle had a breakout game. You know, okay. You know, thank you, but no thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could show me that consistently. I want consistency. The key to this Cowboys team is consistency. I want consistent efforts, consistent attempts, consistency with this Cowboys team. Now with the Maurice Liafu, that's his name. Leofau. I mean, if you gave me a pop quiz on him, let's just say I wouldn't do too well about him. I don't know that much about him, but you know, seems like a solid kid. Eric Kendricks, you know, okay, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to go back to consistency, right? So, Pittsburgh, right? Pittsburgh. We're in Pittsburgh, right? Dacky Wacky. You know, this is a man who literally, I get clowned for being a Cowboys fan not because of the team, because of him. He's a clown, bruh. So we're up. We have the game in our bag. Brother man decides to throw a pick. I told my homeboy who's a Steelers fan, we gave y'all a win. We handed the ball to you. We threw y'all a touchdown. Y'all just ain't won it. Dak Prescott, let me tell y'all the story, right? I'm in my bedroom and I'm watching it on my computer. And my computer dies. I don't have a charger. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel like going up and getting a charger because my dad's outside watching TV. I don't want to get chewed out by him. So I'm like, I'm just going to hope and pray. And then when he goes upstairs to go to sleep, I'm going to go out in the living room and look up if they won. So I'm in my bedroom, mad. I'm like, if Dak sells, I'm done. Let me tell y'all, when I say I was mad, I was so mad when I found out that he threw the pick, because my computer died when he threw the pick, right? So he throws the pick, my stuff goes dead, right?
Right.
And so I'm just like, oh my goodness. I wait 20 minutes. I see the little ESPN, and I'm like, oh, we finally pulled it out. Let me tell y'all, if we did not pull that one out, that would have been it for me. Because we literally handed those boys a victory. I mean, we gave it to them.
Right.
We handed it to them, and they just didn't want it.
100%. Cowboys kid breaking down like it was a country song. Didn't want to get chewed out by my dad and get the charger. Man, that was a good
I
break.
agree though, cause I agree with him.
Thank
Cause
you.
what I saw they did pretty much gave it to him. Dak throwing those pick in the moments they did give it to him. So I agree with him. Like you said, they just didn't want it, man. I don't know if it's, I like Mike Tomlin. I don't know if it's just he can't get the guys that he need nowadays or what it is, but we did give it to him, and I feel like any other team would have capitalized on those turnovers and probably would have sent us packing.
Hey,
So I agree with Cowboys kid, man.
I do.
You know what? You remember the play when Dak was running toward the end zone and he almost fumbled the ball?
If he would have touched that pylon, game over.
Yeah. That's our $60 million quarterback.
Game of inches right there. Game of inches. You gotta give him props. He fell on the fumble, he made the throw.
He recovered that ball. Yeah, he got it.
He got it. Hey, so let's Cowboys kid said a word that I actually wrote down before consistency. Before we started the show. Consistency. Savage, how consistent can Tolbert be? In your opinion?
How consistent can he be? I think that's all that's a tricky question because it's all going to depend on can Lamb get in sync with Dak, number one. Because if he can get in sync with him, then Tolbert's numbers are going to go down. Right now, we don't got Cooks. Cooks is cooked. And I think our only deep threat is probably Turpin at this point. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Tolbert, how much more consistent can he be? I think the more looks Tolbert gets, that means more of Dak and Lamb not being on the same page. Because I'm sorry, if you just paid a guy $140 million, you're gonna and I'm the owner. I'm telling this quarterback to feed him. I'm telling him to throw him the ball. That's my opinion.
Yeah, 1980. What do you think about old Tolbert? Can he be consistent 1980?
Of course, if they keep throwing him the ball, they keep him out there. I think Tolbert could be a good weapon, man. That's your number 2 right there. I said that on Fifth Quarters channel, and I said it right after the game. I've always thought Tolbert was pretty good. He just didn't get the looks because Cooks was, our number 2, But I always thought Cooks was a slot receiver, a Cole Beasley, a Kevin Williams type guy, and you need somebody with a little height and length to be able to stretch the field. Somebody like Tolbert to do that, and I think he kind of proved that last week. Now it's going to take more than one game to do that, So it's got to be everything's got to work out. I don't know I don't think it has anything to do with CeeDee Lamb. I mean, look at Michael Irvin and Alvin Harper back in the day. They both got touches. Alvin Harper probably was more of a deep threat than Michael Irvin was. Michael Irvin was just a better route runner, knew how to get open, and he was the playmaker. He was a clutch guy. Alvin Harper was a big game guy, and that's what Tolbert. That's what I feel Tolbert could be, a big game receiver if you trust your arm and if the line is blocking, if you have the time and the confidence to get him the ball. That's all that matters with wide receivers and quarterbacks. You got the time to do it. You got the confidence. You're a good, accurate thrower, and you're able to get that ball to him when he's open. As a matter of fact, before he gets open. Michael Irvin said it best. He said it best back in the day. He said, man, I would be in the game and the sun would be in my eye and I can close my eyes and the ball would be right there in my fucking face, right there in my hands. Dak can't do that. Dak hasn't been able to do that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if you love Dak Prescott. I'm sorry if you wear his draws. I'm sorry if you want his phone number and you want to, lay down with him or whatever. But you want to hold his ball sack. I'm sorry, Cowboys kid, man. But,
Oh my God.
yeah, man. I ain't got time for it, man. Dak Prescott is the reason why our receivers aren't getting the ball. The offensive line has been the reason why our receivers aren't getting the touches that they. You got to have time. You got to have patience. You got to think quick. You got to be confident in your arm and be able to make those plays, man. It ain't Tober's fault. That's the wrong question. I think we need to be asking Dak Prescott that question because he's the one that's got to get him the ball. You get what I'm saying? So if they keep him out there. Now, if they keep alternating guys and when Cook come back, they put him back on him, he ain't gonna never learn. And in-game experience is way more valuable than practice experience. Mm-hmm. And see, the Dallas Cowboys want to go off practice and bring these practice guys in here and all this stuff. Come on, man. Keep him out there, do the same formula you had last week, and something will give, something will work. That's what I believe.
Yeah, not fifth quarter Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert. Is consistent in his future.
That's a great answer.
I kind of, damn, man. I used to put him in the Fajoko category, man. I used to put him in the preseason category, man. But it really could be that the kid just needed more reps. That it really could have just been that. With them being missing pretty much up until the season started, Dak had to use Tolbert. And I think they created a rapport that you normally would create with your star. I think they created a trust boundaries that you would have with your star. It gives off. We knew Tony Romo and Dez Bryant could trust each other with blindfolded, but people really don't know the trust that Romo had in T. Will. Romo would trust T. Will in big moments that you probably wouldn't think he would. That's why they called him Sweet Feet. Romo would trust T. Will, at the corner of the end zone. Big plays. And I think that's what Dak has done with Tolbert. Even though we know this 88 right here is the number one, we knew Romo number one was 88. But right when you think it was going to 88, Romo would go to T. Will like, damn, we forgot about him. We forgot he could catch too. Or we forgot the trust that Romo had with him too. And I think that's what Dak is creating with Tolbert. I think you're probably about to see a T. Will type of guy that shows up when 88 probably can't get it done, or when 88 is just covered, double covered, or triple covered. I think you're about to have a T. Will Romo type of thing with Dak and Tolbert.
I like that. I do. Mike Mosh, what do you think?
And man, that's boy, what do I say? I got to tell you, man, it was great to see Rico. It was great to see Jalen. But in the end, it really ain't Team Dak. It's really not Team CD. It's really not Team Parsons. It is Team Dallas Cowboys. You getting some playing time? Fucking play the fucking game. I love seeing our boys right there step up. Let Rico do some more. Let Jalen do some more. But I got to tell you, it was just one game. Hey, Noah Brown's had a good one game. See, like he just said, T. Will's had a good one game. Cedric Wilson, again, we could go on and on and on. I need to see some more of them and some more of them and more of them. That he had a drop. Didn't he have the drop in the end zone? And for Dak to go back to him and to trust him, that is huge, guys. That is huge because confidence, a lot of it's confidence. We all know they got the skill level and the talent, but that confidence and that's them getting a trust that they can trust each other. It was very huge. But it was one game. I need to see more, but let's go.
Yeah.
Lion
what about
King,
you, champ?
We got a Lion fans in the chat. What's up, brother?
Oh, we got Lion King in there. Lion King was in there.
Gently in the house.
Go ahead.
For Jalen Tolbert to be successful, it depends on the $60 million quarterback. Can he stop holding on too damn long before the wide receivers get through what they cut. Can he stop have during headlights and read the progression and throw it to the open man without holding on to the damn ball again? And once the defenders recover, that's when he decided to throw it and they knock the ball down or make the receiver not get the ball in time. Yeah, I'm glad the past several games, Jalen Turner has shown me something. And I know a lot of people said this is maybe his breakout game, but I think, like you said, Cowboys. Not the Cowboys, but that Prescott really didn't have no choice to throw the ball to him. He had to. So it's a great confidence booster for October too.
Real quick, the only reason I made the correlation with Tolbert and Lamb earlier is like we're only going to know what we have in Tolbert is when Lamb's not on the field. Can anyone tell me, has anyone ever seen Alvin Harper play a good game when Michael Irvin was not on the field? No. He went to Tampa Bay, vanished.
That was a minute ago. I don't know.
And then he came back. Alvin Harper was a 2. So if Tolbert can, if Lamb's not on the field and Tolbert's doing what he's doing, he's shown. It's a different. Then you're showing me something. It's a different story.
Solid point.
But it's a lot easier being a 2 and a 3 when you got $140 million wide receiver. It's much easier going up against another team's 3rd, 4th best corner. That's the only reason I was trying to make with Tolbert and Lamb.
What about you, Cowboys kid?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Cowboys kid.
I get stuck. I get stuck, and now I call him number 4. I don't even have. He doesn't even earn my respect to get called Dak Prescott. No, he's
Be careful. Careful.
Dacky Wacky, it's $60 million a year. I mean, that's a joke, man. That's really a joke, bro. Like, for real, like, what are we doing? Talking about, like, there's so many other players. Like, I'm so disappointed. You know what I think about Jerry, but I'm just such a waste of money and resources with a guy who's not worth $60 million a year. I mean, $60 million? Come on now, bro.
So you don't think after that game winning touchdown that it's just his contract is justified from last week?
No.
Be careful.
No, not at all.
Okay.
But do you think Tolbert can be consistent? You gave me a politician answer. Yeah, he gave me a
I tried to reel him back in.
I asked you a question. You answered a whole different. That was politics. You're a politician. Do you think Tony Pollard or Tony? Golly, Pollard. Tolbert, do you think Jalen Tolbert can be consistent with what he showed us with 87 yards?
I don't know. We're gonna have to give him another game. I don't know.
Give him another game. All right.
He's thinking. See, the problem is when you ask that question, you have to think. He's thinking about Dak Prescott. When you ask that question, that's a great question. Very great, very intelligent question. He's thinking when you ask that question. Everybody on this panel, guess who they're thinking about? They're not even thinking about Jalen Tolbert. They're thinking about Dak Prescott.
Who's throwing the rock?
About if Dak ball. There's somebody in the comment section. It's not all Dak's fault. Okay, man. All right, look here. We get it. I've been getting it. You love Dak Prescott. He is your Joe Montana. We get it. We understand that. He is not our Joe Montana, though. See, what we get on here and do, I have to keep repeating myself over and over and over again because there's a one bad apple in the damn tree that wants to fall before all the rest of them. We talk about what we see week after week. We don't just make up things just to sound good because you think we don't like Dak Prescott. I don't care about Dak Prescott personally. He's not my brother. He's not my cousin. He's not my uncle, my dad, my granddad. I don't give a damn about it. What I care about is what he does on the field. What I care about is the Cowboys being consistent on the field. Dak Prescott is the quarterback, is the captain of this team. So he's supposed to be a leader. Tom Brady went to a whole nother team, whole nother fucking offensive scheme, and won a Super Bowl. Won a Super Bowl with a whole nother team. I don't think Dak Prescott can do that. We can't even get him to take us through the first, second round of the playoffs. So the resume already speaks for itself. It's not us. It's not us, guys. I don't want you to think we sitting here making up stuff just to make Dak Prescott look good. Look at the resume. If you're a stat guy, look at the numbers. It speaks for its fucking self. It just does, man. See, everybody want to get on here and be like, oh, man, it's not all Dak's fault. Y'all need to stop bashing Dak. No. We're not bashing Dak. He's bashing himself.
Exactly.
That's just the bottom line. So when you ask a question about Jalen Tolbert, Brandon Cooks, CeeDee Lamb, all that stuff, you got to factor in. You got to look at, like, damn, what's Dak going to Dak got to get him the ball.
That's true.
What type of Dak Prescott are we going to get tomorrow night against the Lions? What type of Dallas Cowboy team are we going to get tomorrow afternoon against the Detroit Lions? That's the question. That's the issue. This team and this organization, along with Dak Prescott, I'm sorry, but he plays for the Dallas Cowboys, has been very inconsistent. Don't let that win last week pump your head up to where you think, oh, well, he played just good enough. Oh, well, Dak's back on the board. He's good with me. No. All these motherfuckers are on my list. I got the old I'm looking for people. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
this is what is going on. We all know that Dak is inconsistent. We want him to be successful. We want everybody for the Dallas Cowboys who puts on that damn uniform right here to be successful. We don't want to bash people. We don't want to do that. But we got to get on here and speak the truth. What we look like getting on here and say, I got a fan in the comment section that he really likes Dak Prescott. So I'm just going to say good things about him. That ain't what we're here to do, man. What I say in my videos, guys, we are not here to babysit grown folk feelings. So if you in your feelings about Dak or anybody else, you might need to move around and go to them other channels that think they know everything, that think they shit don't stink, and they'll say exactly what you want to hear.
No, that's true. Jalen Tolbert for me. You ever watch that movie, The Little Giants, back in the day, where they're getting their butt kicked by the Cowboys and they go in the locker room and they're like, one time I did this, one time I did that. And there's always that one time. And they go out and they go beat the Cowboys, right? The Little Giants movie. That's what I feel like when it comes to Jalen Tolbert. It's that one play that he has in those games before this breakout game. Then he has that one game.
Right.
That rapport with Dak Prescott, how do you grow that? Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. In order to talk about these wide receivers, you got to talk about the quarterback. Laurent Robinson, y'all remember that? Allen Hurns, Miles Austin, Sam Hurd, Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley. There's so many wide receivers, so many no-name wide receivers on top of that Romo was able to elevate, right? And you talk about Dak Prescott, you talk about the wide receiver core. How can Dak Prescott elevate Jalen Tolbert to be consistent?
Dak's never elevated any wide receiver.
Exactly. So Jalen Tolbert has to come out, run his routes crisp, catch the ball, don't spring his nuts like he did in the end zone before the miracle play, right? Can't be doing that. So I just think that, It's up to Tolbert at this point if he wants to be consistent or not. Guys, we got 70 people in here. You are listening to Talking Crazy on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys. We got Danny Savage in here. We got 1980. We got Cowboys kid Mike Musk, Cowboys champs, fifth quarter Cowboys. We got the club. We got the crew, all right? So you guys can click like on the respective channels where you're watching. It helps out everybody, helps out the stream here. We're going to close this out here. Does anybody have any topics they want to add to the show? No?
I do.
Go ahead, Mike.
Any name, any number, any team, any sport, hit me up, get your jerseys. Go Cowboys.
So I like to look at the opponents we're playing, and I like to go into the games and see who they beat, how they won, etc. All right. They before the bye week, because the Lions are just coming off a bye week, they beat the Seahawks 42-29. Seahawks ain't that good of a team, in my opinion, this year. They beat the Cardinals 20-13. Cardinals, they're not a very good team, in my opinion.
Hold on. Didn't you say they beat Seattle? Wasn't Seattle 3-0 undefeated?
No.
At that time?
No.
Okay, never mind.
No. They beat the Rams 26-20. They lost to the Buccaneers 16-20. So this isn't a powerhouse team. Jared Goff isn't. Their running game is saving them. Aiden Hutchinson having 6.5 sacks is saving the Lions. If the Cowboys can come out, stop the run game, number one, because the run game has been saving Jared Goff there. He has 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Who's Hutchinson going up against? Is it Still?
It's going to be Still and your rookie Tyler Guyton.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You got some good corners. They got some good linebackers on their defense side of the ball. But they got Jamison Williams and they got St. Brown over there. Sam Laporta hasn't been that good, but you want to keep an eye on Sam Laporta. He only has 147 reception yards in 5 weeks, but you don't want him to break out on you, right? You got to capitalize on the mistakes Jared Goff's going to give. He's going to give you mistakes. But you have to stop that running game. That's key. That is very key. If you want any chance to win this game and get back on the W at home, you got to do it. Savage, what's your closing thoughts with all that?
You said it all right there. So it's going to be won and lost up front. If we can stop the run and if we can run the ball, plain and simple.
Okay. 1980.
Yeah, I gotta talk about Zeke. His comment. Well, no, I'm sorry, Jerry Jones's comment about saving Zeke. But anyway, pretty much I agree with everything you said. But pretty much what I said earlier. The only way they're gonna win this game is if they can just have one opponent tomorrow, and that's the Detroit Lions, and that's it. They factor in penalties and mistakes and beating themselves, then they'll lose. You gotta same formula. Try to have the same formula. I know it's a different team, and it's hard to have the same formula against different teams. My damn Colorado, they losing.
They were 3-0. They were 3-0. Sorry, go ahead, 1980.
If they run with the same formula they had against the Pittsburgh, they might have a chance. Try to stop the run and two-headed monster over there in Detroit. We change on third down, red zone. You got to score, no field goals. Slack up on the penalties. It's easy. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Those things will get and fundamental football will win football games. If you get out there and especially at home, if you get out there and you forget how to play, you forget how the basic fundamentals of the game, and you let them psych you out of all that, then they'll win in our house. But if we get out there and we can move the chains on third down, get in the red zone, score, field goals don't win games unless it's the last second and you tie it up. That's the only way we're gonna win. And obviously we got to try to find a way to play some defense, at least contain them, so we can get off the field on third down. Defense is not designed to milk the clock. Defense is designed for 3 and outs, and that's it, no more. If you get out there and you get past third downs and you let them nickel and dime up the field, your defense gets tired. And when you're tired, you can't think, you can't do anything when you're tired. Trust me, I know. I used to play both ways. It's impossible to think when you're tired. You can't do shit when you're tired. So Defense is designed for 3 and outs to get off the field, have the ball in the offensive hands, and let them milk the clock, control the clock like we used to do back in 2016. But I know that's impossible because we don't have that prime Z no more. So if they can find a way to get a running game and not be one-dimensional, move the chains on third down, score in the red zone, contain them, try to contain them, slack up on the penalties, don't beat themselves. That's it. We'll win the game.
Absolutely, 1980, 1,000%. It's a winnable game. There's just a lot of things that have to go right. Big shout out to my sister here, Mandy said. She said I'm streaming while watching the show, so appreciate the support there, sister. Post where we can find you, and post your name on that source so I can share it and people that can see it here. We got over 60 people watching, so you share the love over there. We'll share the love over here. Go ahead and buzz that out. Cowboys kid, what's your final thoughts, brother?
Repeat the question again so I don't give you another Kamala Harris rant, please.
There's no question. Just what's your final thoughts overall?
Okay. My final thoughts are, again, just final word, consistency. I can sum it up in one word, which is consistency. If we can show consistency in the last 2 minutes, the last drive of that play, it was rough. But if we show that type of grit or heart that we showed in that last one, I mean, Dak diving for that football was the most hard I've seen him in the whole time I've ever seen him. Diving for that football to recover that fumble. But yeah, just consistency, staying consistent. Just this Lions team is not no joke. And they're coming off the bye and they're serious, and so we gotta just stay consistent. That's it.
One more thing real quick, just one sentence. I think might hurt us. Dallas is playing just a regular game tomorrow. The Lions are playing with home field advantage for the playoffs in the back of their heads.
Yeah.
I like that. Mike Maj, you want to add anything besides any jersey, any name, any
no disrespect to your friend Mandy, but I just clicked over to see if I could share out her sub, and it said no content. So is she on another channel, or is she on Facebook, or?
I think she's on Twitch. I think she's on Twitch.
Good point. And you guys are talking about, we can beat this team. We can beat this team. Again, we're talking about a team. I don't know if you all mentioned it before I got here. They're coming off a bye week, so they are going to be rested up. They're going to be healthier than ever. Will they come out rusty because they've been sitting on the couch? That's one thing I needed to mention. And you're like, we got to stop the run. We got to stop the run. No Deron Bland. They got all those wide receivers. Maybe we need to stop the pass. We need it, man. We need a lot. It's a winnable team. It's a winnable game, just like 1980 had already said, and blah, blah, blah. This is going to be a tough one, boys. It really is. But you know what? If our back's been we've been back against the wall. We stepped up last week against Steelers. Let's step up again. Let's win it home. Let's go.
Yeah, and she shared the username Manda Panda 3318 on Twitch. Again, that's Manda Panda 3318. Big shout out to my sister there. Thanks for coming. Hell yeah, she's a Cowboys fan. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank the guys coming in here. Savage, 1980, Mike Mosh, fifth quarter Cowboys, Cowboys kid, Cowboys champs. Appreciate everyone that came in. Appreciate Mike again for that super chat. Thank you everybody for sharing this on your respective channels and growing the interaction right here on Talking Crazy. Cowboy Nation, we got a game tomorrow. Let's go to war. Let's go defend our home turf. Are you in the Cowboys corner? Peace.